From a meeting at the office to a big first date, there's a lot of pressure to wear the right clothes for every event. But clothes don't make the man. So why stuff your closet with things that only work for some situations? With Mack Weldon, you can build a wardrobe that looks polished in any setting. Their clothing is understated and tells the world that you stay you wherever you go. They craft each piece by combining timeless style and modern performance materials, so you can stay looking good and feeling comfortable from morning to evening. No wardrobe changes required. Browse everything from summer-ready tech linen shorts and anti-odor polos to tailored sweats and crews for a night in. They can outfit you for anything, no matter what's on your agenda for the day. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code MACK25. That's MackWeldon.com. Promo code MACK25.
If you love entertainment, current events, and Hollywood, don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators. Today we have a very special guest.
Jacon Milan.
Whee! You're here. I'm so excited. Like, I've been following you for quite some time, and like your videos are always, they just bring me joy. And they're so funny. You're just so talented. But I always am curious, people of like that are doing stuff at the level that you're doing it and the efficiency, like, where did it all start? Like, tell me a little bit about your childhood. What was that like? Have you always been funny, or like what drew you into the comedy world?
Well, actually, what drew me into this is I've always been obsessed with television, with TV shows, sitcoms, movies, things of that nature. And I've also always been obsessed with astrology. Now, I've always been able to get a laugh out of anybody. That's always been my thing, and my thing that I'm known for is I'm able to make anybody laugh, no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, because I'm able to sense something in somebody. You know what I mean? So I just feel like this is something that's been in me since a child. I just used to play with my cousins, and I would make them do movie roles and redo movies with me. So I think that's where that came from.
I love that. I love that. Same for me. I think for me, it was like the same thing. When I was a kid, I was a bit of a loner, and I was really obsessed with like, I'm the baby of the family. So I was like in everyone's business, and my brother came home with a camera, and then I just started, shooting everything, and I was like, I want to be a filmmaker. And so it just kind of, kept that trajectory. But I'm curious with you, like finding that lane and keeping it going. Like, was it like after like high school or college or whatever that you were like, I'm going to go full-fledged into this like creative world of social media and creating videos?
Actually, it started during the pandemic. I was a assistant manager at Wingstop, and I just was in a very, I wouldn't say low moment, but I wanted to do more in life. And I knew I had the chops to be able to entertain people, but I didn't know what aspect that would be in. And then came TikTok. And my coworkers was just like, I'm always the guy who used to be like, oh, you're an Aries, that's why you're like that, or oh, you're a Scorpio, that's why you like that. And my people from my job was like, you should do something with this, you should make funny videos or talk. So at first it would just be like me talking about the zodiac signs, but like I said, I'm obsessed with movies and TV shows, so it developed into that.
Nice. What was okay, so you started during the pandemic. Did you kind of know like that your video was gonna like I don't know, explode? Or when did it, like, what was the feeling when it did, when you started to see like the numbers?
Okay, so it was crazy. So when I first started, it took me like till 100 videos, my 100th video to like really
Holy
go viral.
moly.
And it was like a crazy moment because I never expected it. Like my videos would do good. They would get like 200 likes, 100 likes, 150 likes. But when my videos start going viral, it was because I started doing zodiac signs in the Bad Girls Clubhouse. And I started a series off of that, and then I piggybacked off that and just started doing everything. So it was how I felt was if I'm being honest, I felt like I was finally vindicated. I finally felt like I was seen and people appreciated my work.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure that feels so good too. And it's really hard to navigate this industry, being, create the creative space because there's so many people doing it. So, trying to find your
Yeah,
lane and your voice is kind of gets hard to, and then you don't want to compete.
yeah.
You just want to be yourself, but you know what I mean?
It's hard. It's hard to not have a competitive mindset in this entertainment industry because you do want to be the best and you do want people to understand that you are trying hard. It's not us, but you don't want to be competitive because you know others are trying hard as well. So you try to, I at least try to support everybody because I understand what it takes to be a content creator.
Yeah. So how does walk me through like your day in your world, like a content creation day? Like what is it what is the first thing you do top of the day to like when you're like to when you're in your creative process?
Okay, so what I usually do is I'll start the night before. So the night before I will go through some sounds that I've heard on TikTok or some movies that I want to kind of like implement, and I'll like practice it the night before, just me just like practicing, and then the morning I get up, I take me a shower, I do my prayer,
Yeah.
and I'm in my content room right now, so I come to my
Yeah.
content room, lock myself in, and I would say from about 8:30 to probably sometimes 5:30 p.m., I'm in here creating content. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
I
see that
try
I
okay,
love
so
that.
when I first started doing content, I tried to look at it as a job because I was used to working a job. So I tried to do a 9 to 5, but then this is just something that's in me. Every day I get up, this is what I do. So I try to look at it as a real job. I don't want to hinder myself, and I understand that content creation can take over your life as well. So I try to give myself time to decompress and just, find some more content, I guess, to do.
I love that. I love that. And I think that's it's so important that it can become consuming. And it is important to have a balance, just like social media. Like I got
Yes.
to post, I have a social media manager and she's like, you got to post this day and this day. You got to tell people like what you're doing. And I'm just like, it's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
it can drive you crazy if you let it. And I've learned that because just a vulnerable moment here.
Yeah.
I go through I with this content stuff, you go through burnouts and depressions, and you even go through where you just have writer's block or content creation block where you just can't think of the thing because you're pushing yourself too hard. And the way I deal with that is I do take a break. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I've had times, and I do let my followers know too, because I want people to be aware that content creation is, while we do enjoy making people laugh and making people have a good day, and sometimes it affects us mentally, and not in a bad way, because not in a bad way as far as like the comments or anything. For me, it's more so just I'm overworking myself, and you start to compete with yourself, and that's not good as well sometimes, because then you're always kind of telling yourself like I could have did that better. I could so sometimes it takes me what may be a 5-second video that y'all seen. It takes me an hour to do because I'm
Yeah.
redoing it, I'm redoing it, I'm redoing it.
Yeah. No, and it's I mean, I get it. You have to, and it's very quality. I mean, I gotta ask, have you ever done acting before?
You know what? That is one thing that has propelled me to do content. That is my dream, is to become an actor. I would want to do that or be a TV show host, but I've always wanted to be an actor. And one of my biggest dreams, I'm speaking it on your show right now, is that
I
I
can't.
will be in one of my favorite slasher movies, like a Nightmare on Elm Street or a
Hey,
Scream
let's
or something
go.
like that. That is one of my biggest goals, is to be in one of them. Even if I have to be unalived, I just want to be in one. Like, so that is one of my biggest goals. So yes, I always wanted to do acting. I've always been into acting. When I was growing up, I would learn movies and redo the scenes, and my mom would make me do it in front of her friends or stuff like that, you know. So I've always been into acting.
I love it. Yeah, because I'm like the facial expressions, the just how like each character. I'm like, how? That's so good. It's like you should totally have your own show.
Thank you.
It's so good. I'm like, I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank
Absolutely,
you.
absolutely. And yeah, absolutely. Your mouth to God's ears, it will happen. I mean, I love that you love slashers, so that's good.
Love them. Yeah, love them.
What's and I love asking this question, and there is no wrong answer. But if you could sit down and have a coffee date with anybody, living or dead, it could be an actor, a filmmaker, comedian, who would it be, and what would you ask them on this coffee date?
Ooh, that's a good one. It would probably be. I'll give you a dead and an alive one.
Okay,
So for a dead one, it would probably be Malcolm X, because I've always been obsessed with his works in the community, as far as his approach to some things, and his ideologies on some things. And I would also just like to ask him, maybe if he could spend a day with me, what do he think he was able to change, and what do he think that he wasn't able to change?
great.
That's what a lot of people don't know about a lot about me. I'm very into my black leaders.
I love
So
that.
yeah, Malcolm X. And alive, it would probably have to be um Eddie Murphy, because
Heck
he
yeah.
is one of my favorite actors. He's one of the reasons why I do what I do today. I grew up on Eddie Murphy, and I would just want to ask him, how does he get into that mind to get into all those characters? So yeah, those are the two people.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that. I would have never pictured Malcolm X, but I love it. That's amazing. I love that
Thank
you're
you.
very you love the black leaders, and I feel like that sometimes people can put people in boxes, especially at what we do. It's like, oh, that's all we do. So I'm sure you've probably want to
Hmm.
branch out outside of Zodiac at some point, but it is great. But I'm sure that's
Yes,
like,
of course.
you know what I mean? Like, I does that feel like pressure, like branching
Hmm.
out and finding something else creatively to do as far as like um content wise? And I mean, not still like not like stopping it, but being able to like pivot to somewhere else too creatively.
You know what? I love this question so much, because this is something that I've been pondering with for a while
Uh-huh.
lately. And I feel like a lot of creators ponder with this. Like when you get deep into your niche, where you start to earn admiration, and you get likes, comments, and you even start to monetize off these things, you do get scared to veer
Mm-hmm.
away, because you see that it's not getting the same love or the same push as your other things. And that's a lot of creators are dealing with this. I am one. Like I said, I want to do other things. I want to talk about things more, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And I feel like zodiac signs keep me in a box, to
Mm-hmm.
where I am ready to escape out of it, but not just erase it, because it did give me my start, and I will always appreciate zodiac signs, but it does make me feel stagnant at times, and I want to show more of myself to my audience, and more of my personality. I feel like I'm not able to show my personality with just the zodiac signs. Of course, people see my funny and silly side,
Right,
but I
right.
also have other sides to myself. So yeah, I do
Absolutely.
want to do different things.
I love that. I love that. What like what's some things that you I mean I don't know if are you working on anything that you want like something different that you're trying to create lately or coming up soon that you want to like I don't know, integrate into your channel or channels?
Yes, I am doing YouTube. So I am doing YouTube.
I love that. I mean, I think YouTube is
Thank
the
you. It's so
hardest
hard.
platform.
Oh my God, it's so hard.
I don't
And it honestly makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, it's very hard. It's hard. It's hard.
yeah, I was
But I feel like it's worth it.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think back in the day when I was like, okay, I'm gonna probably show my age right now. When back in like 2006, when YouTube was really good, back in those
Yes,
times, I was getting
exactly.
views. I mean, one video, it could be something simple, and I was getting like 100,000, 200,000, almost a million views, like just
Wow.
rapidly. And I had a big channel where I was monetizing. I was doing like short films and little interviews, and I would use YouTube, and then all of a sudden, my channel got taken off, and I was like, "What?" So it scarred me because you build such a channel, and then the
Yeah.
you get blocked or whatever. You gotta these so many rules. You can't really show certain things or content. Got to be yours.
Yeah.
Music, copyright. It's like what they make it kind of impossible for you to like grow.
Really? Yeah. Then the heyday from I'm gonna show my age too from which we're from. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. Yes. Like I get that. It is very hard. Like, and that's why it's been hard for me for my channel because I get copyright strike because I use the wrong music a lot, or I don't have the consent of somebody and I use a piece of their video. So I'm learning that as my way as a YouTuber too.
Yeah, because I'm always wondering, like, my question is, how does some YouTubers get away with it and then some
Hmm.
don't? I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't get that. It's like it should be
Yeah.
equal
Uh-huh.
throughout, you
It
know?
should just be, and that I feel like a lot of that is in social media. They have their biases on these apps where this person can
Wow.
get away with it, but you can't. So
Wow.
I feel like that's on every app, honestly. And I'm on every app, so I definitely feel like that's on that's on every app. It's the biases.
Right. Do you feel like now with I mean nowadays because TikTok was they took it off, they brought it back. I don't really know what the reason was around it, but I was on TikTok for a little bit, and then I was like, I can't do TikTok. That's a lot. I mean, I don't know how people do it all the time because there's so many platforms. Like I can do Instagram. It's seems to be like my pace, and but TikTok, I hear it's like a really good app because it you can blow up faster than I think any
Hmm.
other app, which I wonder
Yeah.
why that is, but it's I don't know.
I think what it used to be, now the algorithm is kind of wonky. But
Yeah.
when I first started getting on, I feel like they genuinely pushed your content out.
Oh, okay.
And just to the people who they knew would want to watch your content. I feel like that's how I blew up so big on TikTok because they genuinely was just pushing out content. You know what I mean? If it's
Yeah.
good, it's good. If they're
Yeah.
interacting with it, they're interacting with it. Now so much now it's kind of you gotta work now. It's like you gotta work a little bit now, but it's still more easier to get a viral hit on TikTok than anywhere else. But
Hmm.
I just feel like yeah, the algorithm was just algorithming. You know what I mean? It was really it was really a good algorithm. And I just feel like if you had the personality and you put it and content creation is about being determined and about repetitive action sometimes. And
Yeah.
you just got to keep going. That's
That's
what I feel.
so true. That's so true. You have to keep going. So let's get into the zodiacs.
Okay.
I was like, now
The
we're
good
cooking.
stuff.
So, do you have a favorite zodiac sign and one of your least favorite zodiac signs, and why?
Well, if you ask all my followers, they would swear my favorite zodiac sign is Aries. And um all my best friends have been Aries. So
Hey,
I
let's
do have a
go.
biases for Aries, and like I always say when I do get on live and stuff, if I could choose to be any zodiac sign, it would be Aries. So I would say Aries because Aries just have this fiery personality that just draws me. Maybe because I'm a Cancer and I'm so sensitive, and the water is just drawn to the steam, But
Love it.
Aries just do it for me, and the signs that so every zodiac sign has its place and its purpose. But if I have to say a sign that I don't like, it would have to be Gemini's, and that's because for the same reason for Aries, but different. Gemini's are Geminis have always been my best friends. Nobody can make me laugh like a Gemini, but nobody has hurt me like a Gemini, okay? Nobody has hurt me worse than a Gemini, and that's why.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Real
That
talk.
sucks.
Gemini's hurt me real bad.
I'm sorry. Screw that
What's your
Gemini.
favorite sign?
Um,
What's your favorite sign?
my favorite sign. That's a really good question. I'm not sure. I just honestly just got into this and I just think it's so funny, like the stereotypes they give us. And I mean, I get there's some truths to it for
And
sure,
that's
but
why I try to shake it up for y'all Aries, because they always just think y'all so angry and stuff. But I give y'all the love. I give y'all the
and you
because
do,
they
and
don't know
I
y'all for real
appreciate
like
it.
I know y'all. They don't know y'all like I know y'all. Y'all not just all want to beat up everybody. Y'all is
Right. Listen,
loving.
I've
Y'all
never
love.
absolutely thank you. Thank you so much. Like I feel like when we're healed, like I am, thank God. I'm
Yes.
on like I think we channeled that energy into like work and drive
Yes.
and it goes into that
Mm-hmm.
direction. Like so I don't
Yeah.
have time.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, and you know what? My friend that's an Aries, she's the same way. She was back in the day, she was typical Aries, but now she has a family. She's calm, cool, and collective, and she works hard. So it's just like I feel like Aries give me a little bit of Capricorn at how hard y'all work. Y'all are very hard workers, and that's why I'm drawn to Aries, honestly, because I'm a
Oh,
hard worker.
yay. I don't know. My favorite gotta
Yeah, I
be
love y'all.
I love y'all too. I have a few cancers in my life, actually, that they're great.
Really?
Great. Yeah, it's like four or five. And I don't know. I kind of, and I'm not gonna say this guy's name, but there was this one guy that I remember going out with, and he was cool, but then he just switched up. I was like, oh man, I don't know what's
What
going
was his
on.
sign?
Cancer.
Okay, now I'm hurt. Now I'm hurt. No, why it always gotta be us? Why it always gotta be us?
Shocked. I was shocked.
But you know what? We can be a little bipolar sometimes. We can be. It's just because we have so many emotions going on in us. You know what I mean? It's never
Yeah.
it's never personal. It's
Right.
really us dealing with our own stuff. It's nothing personal. I always have to tell people that. But that's funny because I always say Cancers and Aries are better as friends than
Yeah,
relationships
I agree.
because we both are missing something when we get into a relationship. You know what I mean? It's like something is missing, but I love you.
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
The
And
Aries
my
gonna kill me for that. The Aries are gonna kill me.
they're gonna go, they are. Oh my God. And I think my favorite one has to be it was a Sag, but then I was like, wowza. Very opinionated, like just
Yeah, but I can
overly
see why you
aggressive.
as an Aries would like Sagittarius.
We love,
I
we
can see
love,
why you would as an Aries though.
we love them, but you know, and I do love my Leos too, but I think both of them, I think both of them have different qualities. I feel like Leo's like spotlight, which we don't really care. I don't care about that, which is great. I think we have our
Y'all
own
gonna get
like
it regardless.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all gonna get the y'all gonna be noticed regardless. Like
Sag
Leo's got to make it obvious. Y'all
yeah,
is like I'm gonna be noticed regardless, and Sagittarius don't care either way it goes. So that's just how it goes with y'all. I
yeah.
love fire signs. I
Yeah.
really do. Y'all don't y'all are so fun. I love fire signs.
Well,
But
thank you.
it's
I'm
just
glad you
like
like
y'all.
us.
It's like with water signs or with air signs. We're all the same, but we can see the different qualities once you get around them. You be like,
Oh, I
okay,
see.
okay, all right, I got it. Okay, got it. Okay, that's how it be. You know what I?
I love that. I love that. Have you ever thought about making like a short film, like with the signs and like making like a little series of different like characters of
Yes, that so you are these questions. I actually do. I have a script made that I made 3 years ago about the zodiac signs robbing a bank. It's a short film and it's so funny. Every time I read it to people, they be like, "Oh my God, you need to make it." But I kind of wanted to I kind of want to do it good. So I've been trying to see how I want to do it. But yes, I have. I
Yeah, I think that would be so great because I don't think I've ever seen anything like that actually. Like a
no, me either. I haven't.
short film wise. Hey, I think that'd be pretty
No, I
cool.
haven't seen anything like that. And I looked just to make sure, but no, I haven't seen anything like that with the zodiac signs. And I feel like it would be something good. There are a lot of zodiac sign creators, and I feel like it'll make them, be like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it. I that's how I look at a lot of people. I feel like if he could do it, or she could do it, or they can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
And that's what I like about your channel because you're right. There's a lot of people that do that same like sign of zodiac stuff, but I feel like the difference is that I think you can kind of tell what somebody is because they kind of favored one sign, and you're just like, what about every other sign too? So it's good that you're like giving, because when I first saw your channel, I literally thought you were Leo.
Really? Everybody says that. What gave Leo vibes?
You
Was it
have
just the what? I just was just a little confident.
you're just spicy. I love it. It's like very
That's
you're
probably my Sagittarius
confident. You're
moon.
just
That's my
yeah, you
Sagittarius
got that
moon.
vibe. It's just fun.
Thank you. You're making me blush. Thank you. Thank you. And that's why I was drawn to you, honestly, because you show genuine support for my
Oh,
channel, and
thank you.
you're just always making me feel like, okay, at least one area agrees with me. You know what I mean? And we build a genuine um relationship as far as like we just really just understand each other. You know what I mean? And that's I'm telling you, that's that Aries and Cancer bond. You're not gonna find
Hey,
nothing like that. I'm telling you. I'm
I
telling
love it.
you.
I love it. So you have just to let people know because I got to brag about you. You have what like 800,000 followers on TikTok, is that right? Or something like that?
It's getting there on TikTok. I have about
Okay. Okay.
7,025K. Thank you. Oh, oh no, no, no. So yeah, it's something that I never thought I would be able to achieve. It's you said push out this content as much as I something I feel like people will enjoy and not be biased. It's hard sometimes.
Yeah. What advice would you give to up and coming content creators or just people that want to, start creating whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
Just do it. Just start right now. And when you do it, I would say you really need to. Um, I know this is going to sound crazy, but don't do it for the money. Really do it because you're enjoying it. Because there was a time when I first started doing content creation, when I first started, I was not making any money, but it brought me peace. And honestly, when you start making money from it, it starts to feel like a job. So don't rush for the money, and it honestly makes you it just makes it kind of different when you start making money. It's good that you make money off your art,
Yeah.
but enjoy it while you can, while you're just having fun. Have fun with it because it's still some days where I have fun with content because that's how I started. I have so much fun in here. I just being here for hours, just having a ball by myself. So make sure it's something that you want to do. Be serious about it, and always be looking for better ways to get better. Never look at other content creators as competition or anything like that. Learn from other content creators. There's a lot of things out here that people refuse to learn just because it comes from somebody else.
That's true. Very true. Wow, that's
Yeah.
very true. That's great advice. Yeah, because I think that's one thing a lot of people do kind of kind of get distracted on. I think they want to get into that stuff because they're like, oh, the money I could make. Just like when people get
Yeah.
into film, they think it's like an overnight thing. It's like, no.
No, it's no. No,
Your
I didn't start
process.
getting paid until 3 years of doing this.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I did get paid, but it was like $200 a month and
Yeah.
stuff like that, until you really start making money. And like I said, when you start making that money, it's like now you feel like you have to do it instead of it just
Yeah.
being fun because this is how you pay your bills. So
Right.
just have fun with it. Yeah. So just
Yeah.
have fun. Just have fun. Just enjoy it because if you plan on doing this for a long time, you'll be doing it for a long time. So
Right. Absolutely.
enjoy it. And with like you said, when it comes to film and entertainment, just understand that you don't get paid that much money as well. You know what I mean? Not all the time. There are exceptions to the rule, but you just got to be prepared to really be a hustler, really be a go-getter when being a content creator because sitting down, it's like you need to, how I look at it as I do already have my TV show every
Right.
day.
Right. I
And
know
I
what you
need to
mean.
put these episodes out. So that's
Yeah.
how I look at it.
Yeah.
Always.
I love that because yes, you have to see yourself as such instead of
Yeah.
saying, you know, how people say, well, dream big. And it's like, are you going to keep dreaming? Actually, it's time to do, not dream.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
And you got to put yourself out there so people can see you.
Yeah.
If you're not putting yourself out there and people's not there, they have to be like, okay, what video they got today? Like, I know they're coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you do take a break, you make them miss you. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Just keep going. It's
I love
hard,
that.
baby. It is hard. I'm looking at you in this camera, the person who wants to be a content creator. Don't go into this thinking it's going to be easy. It's hard. It's hard. Like, but it's worth it when you really enjoy it. I feel me.
I love that. Thank you. What great advice. That's beautiful. Beautifully said. Um, where can people find you on social media to follow everything you have going on?
So on Instagram, I'm Jacon, Jacon_Milan. I'm also on TikTok as Jacon Milan 1. And I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook page that I just started. So if you want to go follow that too, it's Jacon Milan. And on YouTube, Jacon Milan, darling. So you can find me I'm on Pinterest too, Jacon Milan, wherever the social media at, I'm there. And that's what I mean by you have to put your face out there. You have to get on everything and learn. That's one of the hard things is always getting on something new. Like,
And you know, it's
so.
so funny. I see your face on a lot of different Instagram channels. I'm like, oh,
Really? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I'd be wanting
Oh,
to like send it to you. I
wow.
swear. I'd be like, I don't want him to
Send
think I'm crazy, but
it.
I'm like, I'm gonna send
I
it to
would
him. I
have,
was like, yeah,
wow.
people re-upload your video a lot on different channels. Like it's because I don't. It's I've
Wow.
seen your face so many times. I'm like, whoa, I love this. So it's true.
That just made me feel good. Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely,
for that. That just made me feel good.
absolutely, definitely. I'll screenshot it next time I see you. I'm like, and I'll show you. Look, there you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That really makes me feel good because I am an LGBTQ creator and I'm Black. So sometimes I
Yes.
feel like, I don't get the recognition that I deserve or that I'm owed to. But then I don't want to get complacent. I want to
Yeah.
earn what I do get, so I don't want to fast unreveal. I want my momentum to be slow. So I meet everyone on my way to the top
Yeah.
and I build genuine relationships with them because I know what that's like. I want to
Yeah.
be the cleanup guy. I want to be the cameraman. I want to be everything because I want to understand it when I do make it to the top so I don't become complacent. So I'm fine with
Yes.
my slow rise. I'm a slow rising
Absolutely.
star.
Hey,
I'll
you
be at the
are.
top
You're
soon.
amazing. You're already a star, baby. You're already there.
Thank
Already.
you.
Already. Thank
Thank
you
you. You
so
got me
much.
cheesing. That's that Aries look. That's that Aries talk. Thank you. You made my day today. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. You made mine. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we got to have you on the show. And yeah, I think this is gonna be so fun for people to just to hear more about you besides what you do with Zodiac. Just all the things that you are and all the facets that you
Yeah.
are. So
You
thank you.
definitely unlocked a different side from me today. You're a
Uh,
great interviewer. You're great.
thank you.
You're
Thank
great.
you so
Anytime you
much.
want to interview for me, you already know.
Thank
And
you.
maybe I can interview you for my
Yeah,
channel.
let me know. Let me know. Anytime.
Okay, that sounds great.
Let's do it.
I did some research on you too. You're a star as well.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.